सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्मरामि हृदि संस्फुरदात्मतत्त्वं सच्चित् सुखं परमहंसगतिं तुरीयम् यत्स्वप्नजागरसुषुप्तमवैधि नित्यं तद्ब्रह्म निष्कलमहं न च भूतसङ्गः। Thank you, Vani and Vasudev, for the opportunity given for us to think together on Atmabodha. It is a thinking. It is more a benefit to me than to others. We have finished 8 of the series, and we are going into the 9th talk of this series of Atmabodha. In the last verse that we discussed in the previous discourse, we have finished up to 32. In the 32, there was a beautiful concept. The concept was, all of us have got a lot of problems of the body, and all those problems of the body we had superimposed on us. Upadi's problem was imposed on me, the Upahidam. And then we found out I don't need to suffer from all those problems of the body. Now we are going deeper into this, the next higher stage. We will take up verse 33, lead and follow.
Amanastvanna me dukkha, amanastvanna me dukkha, ragadvesha bhayadayaha, ragadvesha bhayadayaha, aprano hyamana shubraha, aprano hyamana shubraha, इत्यादि श्रुति शासनात्, इत्यादि श्रुति शासनात्. Together. अमनस्वान्न मे दुःख रागद्वेष भयादयः अप्राणो ह्यमना शुभ्रः इत्यादि श्रुति शासनात्.
This is a case of autobiography of all of us. Just look at your own self. We have a lot of, there is nobody here in this world who doesn't have dukkha. Dukkha, sorrow. And find out what is that which is causing dukkha. And maybe you didn't pass an exam, you have got dukkha. Maybe you didn't get a job, you got dukkha. And then in the college, you wanted one particular girl to come with you, she doesn't come, dukkha. And when you got married, permanent, I should have married somebody else, that is the dukkha. Loss of property, dukkha. Loss of power, position, status, and loss of also our, disease comes, we get dukkha. You lose somebody dear to you, dukkha. So these are the various reasons of dukkha. And this dukkha is not because of any physical injury. No doubt we do have some dukkha because of physical injuries. But real dukkha, suffering comes when you have, is because of the mind. that is the stage. All of us have various kinds of dukkha. And then it can be due to things, to people, but it is not those. It is a question of how much I am mentally connected with that. The only, especially only son, and if that son gets fever, you have to give medicine. Somebody, Ramurthy, you are presenting. Please avoid. So this is a problem. We have problems, dukkha. And what is the other problem? All of us have raga, the attachment. Think. Just start looking at yourself. Let us not judge anybody else. All of you start looking in. Don't you have a series of sorrow? In fact, they are much more than the other pleasures. It is happening to you. And most of them, I repeat, is at the mental level. And next we have what is called as raga, the second one, the attachment. Attachment, yes, especially when you have got only one child, by only one son, by only one daughter, sometimes by only one grandson or granddaughter, problem. Heavy problem. That attachment causes a lot of problems. And we also have what is called as dvesha. Dvesha, that is another problem that we have. And enmity, that is the problem. We say, Bhavina Desha, Nanna Rosha, Nuru Varsha. That is our problem. Gita, unmute. And that is our problem, dvesha. And that causes a lot of problem. And some of them will say, yeah, snake, dvesha is only 12 years, but my dvesha, Nur Varsha. Why? Some people will say, when next janma, this person has got so much, has done so much harm to me, I got so much of dvesha, next janma I will come as his wife and make him suffer. Dvesha. That is the kind of dvesha we have. Quite brave. We have said the problems that we have is dukkha, sorrow, the raga, the attachment, dvesha, the enmity, and bhaya, think. Fear of again not passing an exam, fear of not getting a job, fear of my husband or wife divorcing me, fear of becoming sick, fear of dying. And the human behavioral scientist says, there are all the fears of the world, fear of disease, death, than that, there is one more greater fear called fear of public speaking. This is another problem. Bhaya, adaya, etc. There is endless. These we have. This is causing us a misery. Now, this Atma Bodha wants us to analyze, why is this? This is nothing to do with my body. It is a purely a state of my mind. Carefully. To that extent I am attached to my mind, to that extent I suffer from all these what? Dukkha, raga, dvesha, bhaya, etc. Endless all these problems. Then, how are we to free ourselves from this? Very, very simple, says Acharya Shankara in this verse 33 of Atma Bodha. He says, all this is because of our attachment with my mind. It is my manas. It is the problem of my upadhi, the mind. I am the upahitam. I am not the mind. A person who reaches that level, please you look at that shloka, amanastat, Because in reality, I am not the mind at all. Carefully, carefully. Because amanasvat me na me dukkha raga dvesha bhaya adeha. For all this, there is only one weapon. All the problems that we discuss now, which all of us have, and all of us are miserable in our life. Look at that. Go back to the list. Dukkha, raga. Look into yourself. Don't judge others. Dvesha, bhaya, etc. All these problems are because of, it is actually the problem of my upadhi, mind, but I am not the mind. Amanasvat, na me dukkha, na me ragaha, na me dveshaha, na me bhayaha adayaha. Then, if I am not that, who am I? Says this particular shloka. It says, aprano amanaha shubra. I am not the mind. I am not the mind. I am not. I am not the mind. I am not the prana. I am pure. That is mind. Because of my identity with my mind, with my pranas, all those sufferings are there. I am in reality apranaha, amanaha, I am shubbraha. Okay, you said that. But where is the proof? Look at that particular shloka. Ityadi shruti shasanat. This is the guarantee of the Shruti. You know, this particular Grantha we have taken up for discussion today is Atma Bodha, is one called Prakarana Grantha of Adi Shankaracharya. You know, the basis of all is we have got what is called as Shruti, Smruti and other Granthas. And Shruti is the Vedas. Shruti is the Vedas, that is the ultimate. Based on Shrutis, there are some Granthas, they are called Smruti. That is why all the karmas are called Shrauta, Smarta karmas. Those prescribed in the Shruti is Shrauta, those prescribed in the Smruti is Smarta. But this is a Prakarana Grantha. And this, he says, Acharya says, hey, I have written this Atma Bodha. You know, the two important Prakarana Granthas, other than the jewel of Adi Shankara Viveka Chudamani. This is one of the important Granthas. There is also the Tattva Bodha, which gives us only definitions. And whereas Atma Bodha indicates concepts, concepts which are already in the scriptures, to make sure, to make us understand that what Acharya has said now so far in this verse 33 is because of Shruti, Shruti Shasanas. I shall tell you one particular Shruti, an Upanishad called Mundaka Upanishad. Mundaka Upanishad says, Divyohamurta Purushaha Savahya Hyajaha Aprano Hyamano Shubro Aksharat Parata Paraha. He says, this is, I am quoting Mundaka Upanishad. We are now discussing Atma Bodha. What Acharya has been telling in Atma Bodha, he has said it is based on the Shruti. And what I have just now said is about Mundaka Upanishad. He says, Divya, Amurta, and he says, Sabahya Antaraha, and then he says, Ajaha, Apranaha, Amanaha, Shubra. So we will see a similar. See, look at this particular verse that we saw. Aprano hyamana shubra idi ityadi shruti shasanat. This is Atma Bodha. A similar verse is in Mundaka Upanishad. Just now I told you. Aprano hyamana shubro yaksharat paratha paraha. Same word is there. So what Acharya Shankara has been telling in this particular verse 33 of Atma Bodha has a similar in this thing. So what are we to understand? We must understand. Talk to yourself. I have no dukkha. I have no raga. I have no dvesha. I have no bhaya. Adayaha. None of them. Because I am beyond apranaha, amanaha, shubраha. What has been told is a similar thing is based on Upanishad. So we are superimposing unnecessarily the quality of the upahitam manaha on upadi manaha on me the upahitam. That is why the problem. So let us get rid of this identity of the mind and understand I am beyond the mind. I am not the prana. I am not the manaha. I am shubraha. Then you will not suffer all. So right now, today, from today onwards, you talk to yourself. I don't suffer from today after this session. And that suffering was because of my wrong identity and now no more any other problem. So what I am not has been told. What I am is told. Our responsibility is to sit deep in the seat of meditation, get purified, and after becoming fit for Atma Jnana, in the seat of meditation, realize that I am not the prana, I am not the manaha. Last session, we said I am not the body. You already come one step higher. So today you are going, and manaha, carefully, though I have said manaha, please understand, very, very important. This includes all the four. We have, those of you who have studied Tattva Bodha, you know, you have realized Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. All the four is indicated by Manaha. So I am not the Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. So I have no problems. Okay. We'll go to verse number 34. Lead and follow.
Nirguno nishkriyo nityo. Nirguno nishkriyo nityo. Nirvikalpo niranjanaha. Nirvikalpo niranjanaha. Nirvikaro nirakaro. Nirvikaro nirakaro. Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha. Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha. Together, please. Nirguno nishkriyo nityo. Nirvikalpo niranjanaha. Nirvikaro nirakaro. Nityamuktosmi nirmalaha.
One of the most important shlokas of this Atma Bodha. Let us deeply understand and try to experience it. It says, Asmi. Asmi, I am what? Nirgunaha, Nishkriyaha, Nityaha, Nirvikalpaha, Niranjanaha, Nirvikaraha, Nirakaraha, Nityamuktaha, Nirmalaha. All ni. By heart. I know it is difficult to by heart. That is why you must chant and remember the verse. So there is the advantage of chanting and keeping it. Now we are not able to see it there, but quite many of you have studied this Atma Bodha. Again, see, what is that? Nirguno nishkriyo nityo nirvikalpo niranjanaha nirvikaro nirakaro nityamuktosmi nirmalaha ni. This is what I am. You see, Asmi. I am Amanas. I am not the Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. I am this. What is that? Nirgunaha. Even yeno gunagililla anta. No, not that. Guna, I am beyond attributes. Beyond attributes. I am nishkriyaha, no action. We are likely to misunderstand that if we don't go to it properly. Nishkriyaha, I am without any action. And I am nityaha, I am eternal. And then I am nirvikalpaha, there is no desires and thoughts in me. I am without desire and thought. And it also is niranjanaha, without any dirt. I have no dirt. And then it also is nirvikaraha, no vikara, no changes. I am without any change. And then nirakara, without form. I am without form. And then aham nitya muktaha. I am not today. I am ever liberated. I am nirmalaha, pure. This looks a little peculiar. Am I that? Yes, I am that. Because I am without any attributes, without any qualities. Now, let us see the whole nature of creation. Creation started with that Maya Sahita Brahma, that supreme Brahman, that total Brahman, in identity with Maya, in association with Maya, is called Ishvara. That alone became Tanmatras first, Akasha, Vayuho, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. Tada Akasha Sambodhaha, Akashat Vayuho, Vayor Agnihi, Agner Apa, Adhya Prithvi, Prithivya Aushadayaha, Aushadebhyo Tannam, Annat Purusha. That is the whole creation. That creation started with the subtlest, Akasha, and then it became, that itself became Vayu, that itself became Agni, the fire, that it became water, Apaha, that it became the earth. So this is the, first it started as Tanmatras, and then from what is called as the Tanmatras is called Apanchikarana. The Panchikarana happened, Sthula Bhautikani happened, the grass elements, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, water and earth. And you will see, slowly, when it is becoming grasser, it has got more and more gunas. Akasha has got one guna, Shabda. And then Vayu has got two, Shabda Sparsha. Fire has got Shabda Sparsha and Rupa. And water has got Shabda Sparsha, Rupa and Rasa. Earth has got all the five gunas. Shabda Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. Grasser has got more. Subtler has got now. The subtlest of this is Akasha, which has got only one guna. But with that, again, we have to understand, these are called effect and cause relationship. First, Tata Akasha. Akasha is the effect from that. From Akasha is the cause. It became Vayu. Akasha became Vayu and Agni. Akasha became Vayu, Agni and Apaha. That it became Vayu, Agni, Apaha and Prithvi. So the cause for earth, which has got 5 gunas, is Apaha, which has got 4. Cause for water is fire, which has got 3. Cause for all these 3 is air, which has got 2, Shabda and Sparsha. Cause for all this is Akasha, which has got only 1 guna. But subtler than that, more pervasive than Akasha, which is the cause for Akasha, is me. Akasha has got 1, the subtlest of the 5 gunas. And I have got no gunas, because I am the subtler than the subtlest Akasha, number 1. I am pervading everything, including Akasha. Number 2. Number 3, I am the cause for Akasha also. So for me, Nirgunaha. Then, what is the next? You have to understand. I am Niskriyaha. Means what? No action. Oh, that means you have to simply keep quiet in a place like a stone? Hey, what is Atmabodha is saying? Asmi, Niskriyaha. Some useless people will say he is a useless fellow, he doesn't do anything. Does it mean that? Means what? It is not that. That person, a realized soul, a Brahmajnani, that Supreme Brahman, who has realized Aham Brahmasmi, he is what? Nishkriyaha. Means what? Not that he doesn't do anything. Through his organs of action, Vakpana Padipaya Upasaha, and even if it is not at the body level, at the mind level, he is a feeling and he is thinking at the intellect level. All these actions are taking place. But while actions are taking place, his identity is beyond. So he is a Nishkriyaha. Means we have seen in the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Karmani Akarmayaha Pashet. Yeah. While actions are taking place, that person will see what? Actionless in all actions. That I am that power which is making all things happen, but I don't do any action. I am Nishkriyaha. I am eternal. I am eternal means even what? Was there, is there, will be there. This body is only born on 9th February 1948. We do not know when this body will collapse. Whether we are able to handle the next session 2 months later, we do not know. But body is going. But I will not go. Maybe our mind and intellect, Sukshma and Karana Sharira, will get into another body if I have leftover vasanas. But whether I get into another body or I become, I don't become that. An Atmajnani will not have that. I was, is, and will be as eternal. And then there are no, the other aspect that we talked was Nirvikalpaha. There are no more desires and thoughts, because desires and thoughts we saw in the previous verse is of the mind and intellect. So, no desires, no thought. Yes, because that is a factory of the aspect of the mind. And what is that? One more aspect that we saw, Niranjanaha. Niranjanaha, no dirt, no contamination. And then, very, very important is what is called as Nirvikaraha. Nirvikara, absolutely no change, no vikaras. Yeah, I know. All the other things are changing. What? My body is changing. Yes, that we know. I was a 2 kg small child of about few inches. I grow 5 foot 8 inches, 70 kgs, and that will go on changing. And we grow vertically and then horizontally. That is all changing. My body is changing. All those vikaras are happening. My mind is changing. My intellect is changing. But I do not change. I, the Atman, am. I do not change. And no, Nirakaraha. There is Akara for me. There is no Akara. Akara is for an Upadhi only. Only for the body there is an Akara. I have transcended my body. There is no Akara. And I am Nitya Muktaha. Nitya Muktaha, ever liberated. Actually, you don't need to become liberated. That is fun. I want Mukti. It is said in Ashtavakra Gita. He says, an evolved soul, and Ashtavakra says to Janaka, also a evolved soul, no, this thing for you at all. You don't, and a Jivan Mukta, Samadhista, Sthita Prajna, for him, there is no need to get liberated. Means what? Liberation is something that should happen, but I am ever liberated. I have to only realize I am a liberated soul. That is all. I am. Please take this very seriously, my dear friends. Each one of us is a Nitya Mukta. We are ever liberated. Take it deeply. These are very necessary for us to go deeply into it. Don't listen and forget it. This alone is enough for us to take it. Each one of us start thinking. Aham. Here it is said, Asmi. Each one of you will talk to yourself. You say what? Nitya Muktosmi. I am ever liberated. I don't need to become liberated. Becoming something is what I am not. I was not a doctor. I want to become a doctor. I become a doctor. I was not an engineer. I become an engineer. I was a rich businessman. I am not. I have to become. But we don't need to become Mukta. I have to only realize Nitya Muktaha Asmi. Liberate that, understand that. And Aksharat Parataha Para. Aksharat. No, this is the other one. Yes. Nitya Muktosmi Nirmalaha. Nirmalaha is very pure. No Mala. No Mala means what? Mala is vasanas. I am Nirmalaha means I have exhausted all my vasanas. So look at these beautiful indicative words. Nirguno, Nishkriyo, Nityo, Nirvikalpo, Niranjanaha, Nirvikaro, Nirakaro, Nityamuktosmi, Nirmalaha. Please close your eyes. Stop whatever explanation I have given. Try to experience that. Nirgunaha. Start thinking that you are that. Aham Nishkriyaha. Aham Nityaha. Asmi Nirmalaha. Nirvikalpaha. Niranjanaha. Nirvikaraha. Nirakaraha. Nityamuktaha. And Nirmalaha. This is what I am, says this verse. So what we have to do in the seat of meditation, realize this. We have understood it now. Try to get the experience of these attributes. We'll go to verse number 35.
Ahamakashavat sarvam. Ahamakashavat sarvam. Bahirantargatochudaha. Bahirantargatochudaha. Sada sarvasamashuddho. Sada sarvasamashuddho. Nissango nirmalo chalaha. Nissango nirmalo chalaha. Together. Ahamakashavat sarvam. Bahirantargatochudaha. Sada sarvasamashuddho. Nissango nirmalo chalaha.
Extremely simple to understand. Acharya has given a beautiful simile. We have to understand there is no other greater upasana. We do what is called as Murti Upasana. We do Shodashopachara Puja and nameless, formless, Nirguna, Nirakara Brahma. We bring him in a form and do it initially. Slowly we advance. In the Vedic days, we did not have upasanas. The Murti Puja was not there. We were all worshippers of nature. And then we worship, we would do the upasana of nature. And there we go from grass, earth, water, fire, air, and space. The subtlest of the space, subtlest of the bhutas that we see, you do the upasana. Here, look at this beautiful word. Aham Akashavat. Akasha is the space. See. Start meditating on that Akasha. Start seeing the qualities of Akasha. There is a lot of resemblance between Akasha. Aham Akashavat Sarvam Bahihi Antargataha. Akasha is in and out everything. Not like. Now start seeing the earth now. Now you're our own place, the town you are in, the state you are in, the country you are in, and the whole earth. And earth is rotating on its axis, tilting Uttarayan and Dakshinayan, and going around the sun. Around it, one more moon is going. There are other planets. So up you go. You will see millions and trillions of solar systems like our solar system. There are millions and trillions. Okay. And then look at that one common, which is in and through all. Akasha. Space is in and through. See, I want you to see. Assume that you are in the space. You are almost millions and trillions of light years away. Still, there are various solar systems which has got so many things like our Earth and all that. But there is one common, is Akash, in and through. And that Akasha is in and through everything. And there is only one. Think. Akasha there is no breakage at all. Actually, we say, I have built my house in a 45 by 60 plot in JP Nagar. And that is seen. Suppose I have a plot. My plot is there. And somebody builds wrongly in my plot. Then it becomes my property. Because I am the owner of the property. Somebody has built it. So you can do Griha Pravesham. Because I am. So it belongs to that space. Like that, think. The whole building that you are in, everything is moving. Where is its place? It is moving. Think. I wanted to go deeper. We are saying my side and all that. What is that? That is going around. Whose space is that? It is in space. And our earth itself is moving. Everything that is built in my plot belongs to me, even if somebody has built. Similarly, all this on the earth belongs to the space. The space is everywhere. And that is not changing. And now number one, this Akasha, there are other qualities which does not get polluted at all. It is in and through, there is only one. Sada Sarva Samaha. Always it is only one. Think. I want you to go on contemplating on the Akasha. Aham Akashavat Sarvam Bahirantargataha. And that also everywhere is there. It is Achyutaha. Carefully. It is changeless. All other things are changing. The effects are changing. You can go back to that creation from Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apaha, Prithvi. All other things are the effects. Effects are changing, but the cause is same. Akasha doesn't change, all others are changing. Number one. Number one is, it is in and through everything. Bahirantargataha. Think. I want you to see the Akasha in and through all this in this universe, not only on our earth, in our solar system, but the entire universe, Brahmanda. Akasha is in and through. That is why this is, those of you who have had the opportunity to study the Narayana Upanishad, it says, Antar Bahishyatat Sarvam Vyapya Narayana Stitaha. Look at that. Like Akasha, that Narayana, that Supreme Brahman, which I am that. Again, you must see that I am that. I am in and through like Akasha, and there is no change. There is no change. And it is Sada Sarva Samaha, and then Shuddhaha. Akasha is ever pure. All the impurities of other upadis does not pollute Akasha. And then Nisangaha. Go on seeing Akasha again. Please understand, try to experience this Nisanga. Does Akasha has got any Sangha with any one of these? No. It doesn't get attached to anything. No, look at that. I want you to, the whole universe, millions and trillions of solar systems are there, but there is only one Akasha, and this is all moving. Earth is moving, this is moving, that is, all things are moving, but it is unattached. That is that. And then what it says, and then Nisangaha Nirmalaha. There is no impurity at all. It is stainless. And then one more. Beautiful. I want you to experience this. Achalaha Akasha. Akasha doesn't move. Our earth is moving. Now we say our earth will appear stationary because we are in the house. House is not moving. Earth is, according to us, earth is stationary. But earth is moving. Moon is moving. Sun, all things are moving. But they are all moving in space. And space does not move. Think. I want you to meditate on that. Please, again, I request you to go on closing your eyes and start meditating on this. Sarvam Bahihi Antargataha. We have understood the meaning. Start saying, don't distract your mind. What is there? All is going here and everywhere. Inside, outside, there is only one. It is everywhere. It fills all things. Sada Sarva Sama. And it is changeless. No attachment. Yes, pure. And it does not move. Having understood, meditated on this concept of Akasha, the cause for Akasha itself is me, Brahman. Then I am that. So to understand, all those are my own qualities. That is why he is saying what? Aham akaravat, aham akashavat. You should not say he, that and this. I am where? Everywhere. Like I feel all things. Inside, outside, I feel that. I am changeless. I am the same in all. And not only that, you will see the things. Sada, all times, at all times, everywhere. I am pure. I am not attached. I am stainless, and I am motionless. My body and other things may be moving. This is the indicator of that which is me. Tat Tvam Asi. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. You have to see that. It is not only the quality of that, it is my own nature. Go on meditating on the Akasha. I repeat, Aham Akashavat Sarvam Vahihi Antargataha. Go on seeing. See Akasha, imagining yourself. That's you, I, Brahman. I am that. Not that Akasha, like Akasha. Aham Akashavat, like Akasha. Aham Sarvam Vahihi Antargataha. Aham Achyutaha. Aham Sada Sarva Samaha. Go on seeing. Aham Shuddhaha. Aham Nissangaha. Aham Nirmalaha. Aham Acharaha. We're able to comprehend Akasha like that. I am not the body, mind, intellect. I am not the limited, the conditioned ego, the Jivatma. Jivatma Paramatma Aikyam. That is my nature. We'll go to the verse number 36.
नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तैकम् नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तैकम् अखण्डानन्दमद्वयम् सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं यत् सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं यत् परं ब्रह्माहमेव तत् परं ब्रह्माहमेव तत् टुगेदर नित्यशुद्धविमुक्तैकम् अखण्डानन्दमद्वयम् सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं यत् परं ब्रह्माहमेव तत्.
The key word is, yes, go on seeing. Nitya, Shuddha, all those qualities is my own qualities. Nitya is eternal. Shuddha is pure. Vimuktaha, absolutely free, totally liberated. And then Akhandanandam, infinite bliss. No khanda, infinite and indivisible bliss. Akhandananda. Advayam, no duality, non-dual. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. I hope you have heard it somewhere. It is in Taittiriya Upanishad, in Brahmananda Valli. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That is one. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Yet Param Brahma Ahameva. Aham. That's very, very important. Yat Param Brahma Ahameva. I go on meditating on this concept. Don't merely listen. You are all elevated souls. You have all had the exposure to so many spiritual books. You are able to understand. It is not for intellectual understanding. There is nothing to be seen, heard, not to be felt. But I want you to experience this what? Ahameva tat parabrahma. That is to be. What is that? Indicators are given. Nityam. That is Nitya, is eternal. Shuddha, pure. Vimukta, absolutely, totally free. And Akhandananda, indivisible bliss. Advayam, non-dual. There is no duality. And then Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Knowledge, Jnanam, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. These are the indicators of Brahman. It is not one of the qualities. These are Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam, knowledge, bliss. That is me. Truth, knowledge, and bliss. Bliss are infinite. Satyam, Satchidananda, Satchitananda, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam is told in Taittiriya Upanishad. Truth, knowledge, infinite. And Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. And that is the quality of Supreme Brahman. Yat Param Brahma. That Brahman I am. I am that. This is what we are. You don't become Brahman. Now this is, we have to slowly rise ourselves from this aspect. From finite to infinite. I am Nityam means I am eternal. Bodies are coming and going. But I am Nityam. Shuddham, you know. Vimukta also we have discussed. Absolutely, totally liberated. I am not going to become liberated. I am liberated. And what is that? Akhandanandam. Akhandanandam, we get in this world, if you have the best of the things in this world, again, Brahmanandavalli of Taittiriya Upanishad, it says, suppose you are an young person with a strong and healthy body, and then with that, you are very strong, very young, with a healthy, fit body, and you have the wealth of not of India, America, not of the entire earth, no, the entire world, Brahmanda wealth is with you. Can't even become one small person in this country. All this worldly, genuine worldly. No, not of the entire earth, not of the entire universe. You are God, you are the Lord. And with that, what you get is one unit called Manushya Ananda. It is small. And add 2 more zeros, add 2 more zeros, go up to 10 to the power of 20 of non-existent Manushyananda, you get that Brahmananda. That is what you are going to get. The highest things of this world will be like a small candlelight. Candlelight, you understand? Candlelight, small light you have. But assume that you got a huge electric bulb or the street light. How much you have to equal to one bulb? And suppose you have got a huge sun. How many such candles you must have? Millions and trillions. And like that, Koti Surya. Think. The highest things, Ananda, that you get out of the fleeting pleasure that you get from the best of the material things of this world. See, carefully. We are not getting it. You can't even imagine. Even if you get all the things of not our earth, of the entire universe, and you are the owner and you have got the fit body and to enjoy, and that Ananda is one small unit. And it is like a small candle. Compare it with Koti Surya. That is the Ananda that you will have in this. And this Ananda again, what we have is what is called as Kosha Ananda. We have discussed again in Taittiriya Upanishad in this forum. Priya, Moda, Pramoda. You go to our MTR. There, I think, they do what is called as Chandrahara. Very nice. And you go there and look at that Darshana Sukha. Chandrahara. This is called the Priya. And you wait for a long time. After 1.5 hours, you are allotted a seat. You go and sit there and you order. That Chandrahara comes and you touch that. You get sparsha. It's called moda. First, darshana sukham, priya. Sparsha sukham, moda. And then you put it into your mouth. That is called pramoda. Priya, moda, pramoda. They are all slightly superior, happy, happier, happiest. But this is all this, the highest is only a Koshananda, Priya, Moda, Pramoda, they are the different grades. And that depends on an object, number one. It is a dependent happiness, limited happiness, very microscopic. But what you are going to get, this Ananda, Akanda, because there is Kanda. I eat, temporarily I get that Chandrahara Anubhava. That is all. Afterwards, gone. It depends on the Ananda that you get is temporary. After some time it is gone. But what is being, what you are going to get? Why should you come to this spirituality? Go on eating all those things. They are all, in fact, if you get more and more, you will have diminishing returns. One Chandrahara, little happiness. Second Chandrahara, little more. Third, fourth, fifth. Then you get vomiting. You want? It doesn't increase with more and more Chandraharas. Like that, all the material things, dependent happiness is temporary. Dependent. And it is very small. What is being assured here is Akanda Ananda is what you are going to get. Akanda Ananda. It is my own state. Indivisible bliss that you get. And Advayam. Advayam means what? Non-duality. There is nothing like, you see, this supreme consciousness identified with this Sharira is called the Jivatma. The same Supreme Brahman identified with the universe, Brahman, is Paramatma. The Upadhis are different. Reflecting media is different. But when you transcend the Upadhis, what you see is only, we have also discussed, reflection in a small concave mirror and a reflection in a huge convex mirror. Objects are different, but the object is depending on the reflecting media. So like that, Jivatma, Paramatma depends on the reflecting media. When you transcend the media, it is like a famous example that all of you are familiar with. You have the wave, you have the ocean. Wave, limited in form. And it has risen from, comes from ocean, remains in ocean, but just back into ocean. But the ocean is huge, big Upadhi. But when you transcend the Upadhi, the essence of the wave, carefully, is water. The essence of ocean is water. In essence, both are same. Similarly, Advayam means there is no duality. There is only one. That Advayam, I am, and I am Sat Chit. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. They are all three together. There is one Satyam, there is another Jnanam. No. That one, that supreme is indicated in Taittiriya Upanishad. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. That supreme Brahman, Satyam Jnanam Anantam. What is that? That Brahman, look at that. Ahameva. Aham Brahmasmi. indicator of Brahman is given. What is that Brahman? Nitya, Shuddha, Vimukta, Akhandananda, Advayam, Satyam, Jnanam, Anantam. They are all indicators of that Supreme Brahman. Carefully, you have understood. And now telling that Tvam Asi says the Upadesha Vakya. And now I have experienced what? Aham Brahmasmi. This is the ultimate goal of all our life. Not to become Brahman, to realize Brahman. This is called Atma Sakshatkara. It's called Brahma Sakshatkara. We are not going to become Brahman. It's called self-realization. Brahma Sakshatkara. Aham Brahmasmi. This is so indicators. Again, Brahman cannot be defined. All these definitions were indicated to indicate Brahman. Any one of them is enough for us to go deeper. And having understood that, realize last one. Yat param brahma hameva tate. Very, very important. Yat param brahma ahame. Tat brahma ahameva. Tat brahma aham. Aham brahmasmi. Go on contemplating on that. Continue to be doing it probably for the remainder of the day. Go on doing it. Before we do the Shanti Path, I hand you over to Vani and Vasudev. They can do the concluding remarks and then we conclude afterwards with the Shanti Path. Or we chant the Shanti Path. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayaha Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Kaschid Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Over to you, Vani and Vasudev.